I'm joined by Jake Gallagher and Nick Arnold after Shot's late defeat. We thought it was going to be a late draw, didn't we, boys? Jake, from the just try and take us through the emotion of those last few minutes for you. You must have been buzzing to have scored in front of 268 delirious Aldershot fans with 89 minutes gone.
Yeah, the fans were brilliant all games, so credit to them. Thanks for coming down and travelling that way. Yeah, no, the whole team was buzzing. It was such a great feeling because we worked so hard in the second half and deservedly got the goal. And yeah, I thought we'd done enough then, but I think that's what we're finding hard at the moment. We're like a nice team. We're not being ruthless enough. We're not scoring enough goals, and then we're conceding goals when we shouldn't be, making little mistakes, and that's the difference at the moment from us being in and around it and being where we are now. Absolutely.
Nick, our hopes and our standards are high, aren't they? We've gone toe to toe with two of the best sides in the league in recent weeks, and we've just come up short, but we're not far away from it, are we?
No, definitely not. We're coming to these, both away games as well. We're coming here and we're showing what we're about. And Jakey's late goal, I thought, earned us a point, if I'm honest with you. And I thought they changed their shape 3 times during the game. This is supposed to be the side that are running away with the league, and they're changing their shape, changing the way they play. And we're making teams do that. But as he said, we're not being ruthless enough. We've got that draw, well, we've got the goal, and then we need to get the point, and we need to set up shop. So we need to get back on the training ground and work again, and make sure when we do come to these top clubs that we do get these points, because we've got a tough month this month. We know that, and if this happens again and we do find ourselves 1-0 down and get a late one, we know now that we need to make sure that we take points back home.
Thank you. Jake, talk to us a little bit about the approach coming into this game. It's never easy to come away to the league leaders, and probably particularly difficult when just a few weeks earlier, circumstances of course a little bit extreme on the day, but we went down 4-0 at home to them. So to what extent do we analyse that or use that in terms of the way we came in today, and what was the general approach?
Well, we had a game plan. We worked on it in training for a couple of days. We knew what we had to do, but in the first half we didn't really do it. We knew we had to switch the ball quicker and get our wingers tucked in, get on the ball, and then defending. We know we had to stay nice and tight, force them out wide. And in the first half we didn't do that at all. We weren't aggressive enough in our pressing. We gave them too much respect. And you could tell in the first half that we weren't really at it. But we got a bit of rolling in at half time. The gaffer told us what we needed to do, and it was what we had to do at the start of the game. We just didn't do it in the first half, and we done it in the second half, and hopefully you could see and the fans could see what a difference it was. And we, like Nick said earlier, we made them change their shape 3 times in the second half, and it's credit to us. But again, it's a shame we're coming away with nothing instead of a point.
Well, look, it's sadly we're cruelly kind of taken away for us in terms of a lasting memory, but let's talk through the one big moment, the one big highlight for us. So a couple of minutes to go and we get the goal. Strong hold-up play from Idris, wasn't it? He twisted and turned and he held off 2 or 3, and then he fed the ball to you, Nick, and it looked to me like you were just going for the jugular, and then you saw Jake's run, I guess.
Yeah, he makes enough of them, so it's about time he got it. Idris found pockets all afternoon when he came on. And as I say, they changed their shape. They went to a forward across midfield, and he was finding them areas. So yeah, we work on it in training. We work on moves like that in training, and today it came off, and great finish from Jakey, because we did have a couple during the game. We could have put goals in. So we've come in and we have put a game plan together. As Jakey said in the first half, it didn't go as a plan, but the second half it did. And look, this guy runs all day, and if I see him make that run in the box, then hopefully I can more often than we have been.
2 assists for you in a week. Congratulations on those, Nick. Your season's really getting going now. And Jake, just talk us through what you're thinking as you make that run so many times, and we mentioned in commentary so many times that you're in the right place at the time. You really were then. What was your thoughts as you moved on to the pass?
Yeah, it was a great ball from Nick. It just done brilliantly as well. Well, I just went to. I'm a bit of a Chelsea fan, so I watched Joe Cole quite a lot, and he'd have that finish in the top corner at the near post, so I've gone for that, but I kind of scuffed it, and it just kind of kept his leg luckily, and went in the near post, so no, I was buzzing when it went in and hit the net, and
and 268 fans behind the goal. Did you celebrate with all of them?
I tried to touch all of them. They were brilliant. They were awesome. Yeah, I didn't really want to go in there because I knew I'd get a yellow card. Ren's jumped on me and pushed me in. But then I was happy. The fans were outstanding all game. They were really good.
They were, and it was a special moment, and sadly, as I say, cruelly kind of taken away. But I'm glad we've relived it and enjoyed it. It was a magical moment. So it's dust yourselves down, and the tough games keep coming, don't they? I mean, I know Forest Green are in the middle of a tough run, Dagenham and now ourselves, and then I think they've got Lincoln and Tranmere, and we've got something pretty similar. It's Lincoln away next week. Nick, just turn to you. You're going to have a full week in training, or are we? When's your England camp? Have you had it?
Yeah, we've done the camp.
You've done the camp,
yeah. At the start of this week, a couple of days, which was really good for us, and we go away after the Lincoln game.
It's after the Lincoln game, yeah.
But yeah, focus on that now. Today's done. We know that they're a good side. We know how they play, and the Gaffer and James will get us on the park all week and make sure that we stop their strengths and exploit their weaknesses. But look, every game is just 3 points. And it's a long season, and they're the places that when you do pick up points, because not many other teams will. So we know what we've got to do. We know that we've got to find Jakey in the box at Lincoln away.
Absolutely, we're expecting 2 in 2, aren't we? And just moving on to you, Jake, thinking ahead to Lincoln, I'm just going to ask different sort of questions than normal, really. But when you know you're coming up against a particular side, of course, the management will look at the overall game plan and they'll look at individuals. Centre midfield. Do you often think, Lincoln, it's going to be so-and-so and so? So do you kind of look who you're going to come up against in the middle of the park? Because you've come up against most of them before now, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I think, I'm not sure if all players do. I definitely do. Certain players who play at certain teams, you know who you're coming up against. You might have played with them before, or, in other teams. So, there's always an idea of who they've got, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, but we'll get more information from Gaffer and James in the week. We'll work on it on the training ground and put it right on Saturday.
Well, fantastic effort today, and that's all that your Shots fans will ever ask of you guys. Thanks for giving us a moment to remember. Sadly, we'll all travel home a little bit with our tails between our legs, but we'll come again next week. We're a good side, we'll bounce back, and have a good one, boys. See you next week.
Cheers very much.
Cheers.